Shalom. Um, First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth. And salutations to the hopeful Aqua that may listen. This is your brother Raquai here, just here with another lesson. And it is in regards to making peace with your fathers, right? I know a lot of us Jakes, in the truth as well as in the world, always had issues with our fathers, and that is a big problem in the so-called Hispanic and so-called Black communities, right? And I was no exception, right? So I also had that same issue, but I'm fortunate to have very good experience and also a fulfilling experience in the truth to make me understand why this happened and give me the understanding to move forward, right? So I just want to go through a couple precepts, but I also found this website I just want to share actually as well. So this is on a website called fathers.com, where it talks about the stats and also the importance of fathers. So it says here 57.6% of so-called Black children and 31.2% of so-called Hispanic children are being raised without their biological fathers, and that's a huge problem, right? And if you scroll down, you realize that it's mostly our people that are going through this issue. So a lot of us grew up with our mothers, and there's a lot of stats that show that children who don't grow up without their fathers, they have a plethora of issues, such as, early teen pregnancy, they're very emotional, socially anxious, get caught up in drugs, sex, alcohol, porn, more likely to drop out of school, and in the stats, and it's a great and it's a major issue. It's a major issue that certainly the media doesn't want to talk about, because they're trying to make it that it's, growing up without a father is not that important, that it's only about finances. And no, it's not just about finances. But anyways, enough about that. I just wanted to share also my experience, because I've noticed, being in the truth for about a year and some change, and realizing the importance of making peace with my own father, and how, just in contrast, how it used to be in the world, prior to this whole C18+1 flu going around. I went to go visit my father, and I personally got really emotional. I was trying to make amends with him, and he was just so stubborn, and it was really hurtful. And in honesty, I was trying to repair the situation on myself, but I really needed the Lord's guidance and needed the Lord's knowledge to help me bridge that gap and bridge that issue, and I'm very thankful for that. But yeah, since just to touch on the idea, because I was so angry, I just want to bring in a couple scriptures on that. So the first scripture I want to go to is Ephesians 4:26. So it says, "Be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath, neither give place to the devil." Right? So I was in a really heated moment with my dad. This is before the truth, and I was really angry. And there was something in my head, and I'll never forget this. I was at his house, and we just got into a crazy argument, and I said, I don't remember what it is I said, but I remember something. I wanted to do something. I wanted to, get physical with him, and something in my mind just told me, that's not for you to do. And then I just left it at that. I got up and I stormed out. And that was the last time I saw him. So, it's important also to slow down your anger. The scriptures talk about that. I believe that's Proverbs. Hang on. Slow anger. Oh, this is a good one, yeah. This is Proverbs 16 and 32. So it says, he that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his own spirit than he that taketh the city. So it's really important to understand your vessel, and understand the things that tempt you, because Satan wants to tempt you and pull you off from righteousness, right? So, and understanding what triggers your anger and what you're like in certain situations as well. So yeah, so the next scripture, hang on, I got a lot of tabs open. Okay, the next one is Proverbs 20 and 20. Okay, so whoso curseth his father or his mother, his lamp shall be out in obscure darkness. And that's a scary thing. That's something I'm telling you, that is something we do not want to have, especially in a time like this. You constantly want to be able to stay wise and have the light on you, so because it can help you to decipher situations and know where you're going, because we need help from the Lord, right? You don't want your lamps to go out, right? You want to constantly have the light, so and to continue to have that light is to continue to study, sharpen your gift, go out to camp, to learn more about the truth, what's going on, and stay sharp. You constantly want to stay sharp and strive for perfection, right? So that's really, really important. That's a scary thing. You don't want to be in darkness, especially like the people that are walking around in this world and they don't really have much substance. They don't have no light, right? The scriptures talk about wisdom maketh a man shineth. I believe that's Ecclesiastes. Shine. I know it's in Ecclesiastes, I just don't remember. Select your brothers. I think it's 8:1. Oh, here it is. Yeah. So this is Ecclesiastes 8:1. Who is as the wise man, who knoweth the interpretation of a thing? A man's wisdom maketh his face to shine, and the boldness of his face shall be changed. So you constantly want to have that wisdom on you, because you'll notice that people can pick up on it, right? I was talking with my dad a couple of days ago, and he can pick up on it, because we were talking about like certain history. We were talking about times when Israelites were in power before the Renaissance period, and I was telling him, it's like, yeah, that's in Revelation, just going into different topics, and we just had a great and pleasant conversation. Not to go completely off topic, but that is something you constantly want to have, is to have the light on you. But not to get too completely off topic, just get back to the importance of making peace with your father, right? Let's see. So the next scripture we're going to hit is Deuteronomy 5:16. Okay, so this is Deuteronomy 5:16. Honor thy mother and thy father, as the Lord thy power hath commanded thee, that the days may be prolonged, and that it may go well with thee in the land that the Lord hath thy power giveth thee. So it's really important to have a good relationship with your parents, right? And on top of that is, our father is the one. He is important because, he's the reason that we are Israelites, because he has the seed, right? So, I'm blessed and fortunate to have, a father that's, and he's working with me and I'm working with him, and our relationship has dramatically improved, through the spirit and the knowledge of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. I am very, very, very grateful for that, to the point where it makes me emotional to think that when I was trying to do it on my own, it wasn't working out. I really, 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 really needed the Lord to help me bind up what was really missing, right? So we can get closer together, right? So now we're going to jump to Ecclesiasticus 3. Actually, most of the verses in this chapter is good, but specifically, I'm going to go to Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 3:3. So whoso honoreth his father make an atonement for his sins. So we have lots of sins to pay for, not just ones that we commit in this life, but also in the past life as well. And sometimes we make mistakes. So if you have a chance, do it. Make peace with your father. It's really, really, really important. He might have his ways, but if you're sincere, make a sincere effort to say, hey dad, I care about you. I called my dad the other day and I said, because I was worried about him taking the Fauci ouchie, if you know what I mean. And I said to him, if you need any supplements, for example, like, whether it's, a zinc, or you need some pumpkin seeds, or you need, stuff like that to, take care of your health, because you want to take care of the body that you have, right? I told him, please let me know. I really miss him, and I care about him. I don't want to see him. I don't want something like that, something bad to happen to him. I know we had our differences, but through the Spirit of the Lord, I have the ability to make an effort and to continue to want to make an effort, right? To create more of a stronger relationship with my father, right? If you could jump down to 12, verse 12. So it says, my son, help thy father in his age, and grieve him not as long as he liveth, right? So, he's getting old. My dad isn't as, as tech savvy, and you may have a dad that's not as tech savvy, or he doesn't know particular things. He might forget things or something like that. Then, do your best to help him, because in times like this, you want to be blessed as much as possible, and you want the Lord to remember that. All right, so if you can, make amends. It's very important. Even though I'm making this video discussing it, I'm saying it's not easy, but it's better to make an effort, right? Always make an effort, 13, and if his understanding fail, have patience with him, right? So I have to learn how to be patient with him, not just him, but have patience with with my mother as well. She doesn't know certain things, so I have to learn how to be more patient because, they get old, they forget things, where I'm a little younger and I remember things. So, it's learning how to care for them because they cared for us as well when we were younger. And despise him not when thou art in full strength. You have the strength now to be able to do it and make amends. This truth is also about character building. You want to build good character, right? You want to be able to know what you're like in certain situations, and if you can and you have family members you can repair the relationship with, do so. But specifically into this video, making peace with your father is important. It's very, very important, right? If your father is alive, call him. You may not be the best. I'm the kind of the person that's not always the greatest with words, but if you make an effort, that's a start, and then you keep going from there, right? So there's some more, I guess, precepts in this chapter, but I hope this makes the point, and I wanted to share my experience because through the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, my relationship with my father has dramatically improved in the truth. And I want to say this right now: when I was in the world, I did not have the patience, the wisdom, the strength to do what I'm doing right now. And I want to continue it, maintain it, and make it stronger. So I hope this lesson was edifying. And I would just like to say, give all praises to Yahweh, B'Shem Yahweh Shai, B'Shem Hakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders for teaching us this truth, and goes to the sincere Aqua that listen. Shalom.